There will be times that your wife treats you worse than anyone else on the planet. And this can be discouraging if your hope is just peace in the home. But the reality is, if there isn't peace in the home, it's because your wife doesn't have peace in her mind and your wife doesn't have peace in her heart.
This sounds super great so far, but he's about to derail himself, so just keep listening.
Women are way better at setting standards for what a marriage should be like than men are in most cases. Women are better at setting standards for how kids should be raised than the men are in most cases. I'm not saying it's the case every time, and I'm not trying to say that men are horrible, but women are visionaries at family. It's their primary focus.
He was off to such a great start until we got to the point where he said, that is women's primary focus, the family. And it's not. And I know it sounded really great because when I first listened to this, I was like, okay, somebody's onto something here. But then we went down the road of placing all of that mental, all of that emotional labor back on women. It's very much, again, at the same place of, you just make the decisions and you tell me what to do. You tell me what you want me to do, okay? And guess what? That's still placing the emotional and mental burden back on wives. And that might be fine. Like, it might sound okay. You might be thinking, yes, oh my God, just like, let me do my thing. And then like, you follow suit. And for a short time, that might be okay. But that resentment will still be there because you never got to the root cause, because you still don't have a partner in your own marriage and your own family. You are still doing everything. You are still making the decisions. And then you are still having to tell your spouse, okay, here's what we're doing. Here's what you need to do. Here's how it's going to go. And that's still emotionally and mentally draining. Decision fatigue is real, and this continues to add on to that mental burden of decision fatigue. I don't want somebody that I just have to sit here and say, this is how the home is going to run. This is how we're going to raise our children. This is when soccer is. This is when therapy is. This is when dinner is going to be. I'm going to plan the date nights. I don't want I can do that on my own. I can do that on my own. If I wanted to do it on my own, I would do it on my own. I want a partner. I want somebody who's going to sit down with me and have conversations about the best approach and the best plan of how we want to raise our family, how we want to move through life.